So this is C0 versus C1 as a main DPS. Yesterday I did support. You can go check out that video if you want. But hey, let's go see how long can she stay in her state just to begin with. So let's press E and see how long she can last. All right, I'm just counting down the time. Yeah, 37, 38, 39, 40. That's how long I've been recording. 41, 42. 43. So, you know, I counted slower, but, you know, it was like probably close to 9 seconds, I think it was. Yeah, 9 seconds, probably. So now let's go ahead, build up a DPS plunge team, and I guess we could show off a, regular DPS team, although I don't really have a regular DPS team for her. So we're not really looking for damage per plunge because that's not going to change. I'll just be able to easily show off that when we actually, do a proper C1. So let's go ahead and let's just really care about the, Sinyun plus, Fiorina here. Sinyun on this team does actually get a pretty decent. So yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, got a plunge. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 8 plunges basically. All right. So and that, to be fair, as a main DPS, that's Sinyun entire buff, right? And I'm pretty sure. Let me show. Yeah, starts with 8 stacks of Adeptal Assistance. Yeah, having jump height increased. So after 8, plunge attacks, you don't get it anymore. You just lose the ability to do that, right? Now, this could honestly be used as the same team as sort of the main DPS without plunging, honestly. Because Sinyun, the only thing I would change with this team, I feel like, would be to maybe add Jean or Zhongli, honestly. But I feel like, honestly, Sinyun on Viridescent, proccing Fiorina's Viridescent, is actually probably still better than whatever I could do here. I can't go too far into, other support type characters. I think Fiorina is definitely the #1 option you want to run here. But I think, honestly, Sinyun is just better to sort of use. Now, if you have Jean, right, you can give her attack speed and stuff. That would matter. But let's just go ahead and use this same team here. And we'll, go ahead and use this. Sure. And we have this. So, yeah, we're just going to be doing main DPS damage. Now, obviously, this actually isn't even main DPS damage. I completely forgot. I'm still using my support set right now. And then, yeah. Okay, so that's it. That's all we got. Honestly, the rotation flows pretty good. I don't really think that this is going to be a constellation we're really looking for to be DPS potential. I think what we're really looking for is for this, constellation to be exploration potential. I think that's what this is really about, because the phlogiston consumption gets decreased and the Night Soul point time limit is extended by 45%. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and activate it now. I'll see you guys when that happens. Okay, so now we have C1 Xilonen. I've actually built her with the DPS set, and we're gonna see how she functions because I'm very curious. Now, it is important to try and make sure that we don't use the phlogiston right now, because since I'm finding the capybara in Natlin, I'm allowed to use phlogiston, which just is not something that you'll be able to do normally, right? So we want to make sure that we're not doing that, but we also want to go ahead and we want to see how this team, how much damage this team can actually do. So we're going to do the 8 plunges first, and then we'll, I guess, do some normal attacks, because I think that's the best way to actually do this. I don't think that there's another way that we can, go through this. So let's go ahead. Let's grab Goro. Let's Q with Goro. Let's, pop this burst. Sure. All right. So now we're doing the plunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would. We got 8 before. It's because we did the burst. So the reason why we barely were able to do 8 comparatively to the C0 version is because I didn't use the burst in the C0 version, right? So I should easily be able to go ahead, set everything up, and then have Fiorina and, okay, I did not want to, make the capybara angry that fast, but okay. But we should be able to do all this. I went very high with Sinyun. I did not need to go that high. But we'll do the burst first, then we have this, and now we'll do our plunge attacks that are doing, honestly, 100,000. I mean, that's talent level 8. Yeah, so we should see that we are. Whoop. Okay. So I actually, yeah, we ended up at the very end there. Is it? Let me see something. I want to do this. Is it if you like jump? Oh yeah, if you jump. Wow. So man, you really do have to count yourself there, because I mean, if you don't do that, you can actually screw up your rotation there. I mean, it wouldn't really matter with the Sinyun rotation at C0, but I mean, for a C1 Xilonen, that's not good to see, right? You don't want to see that. Xilonen is getting a little bit of interruption resistance. That's important to note, because I mean, it's something that her, C1 provides, which, as many buffs as it's giving. I mean, it really, the reason why her C1 maybe seems really, Goro. I think the biggest reason why her C1 seems underwhelming is, one, because it's not that powerful to begin with. So, like, if it was like a C1 for another character, you'd be like, okay, well, whatever. Like, if it was C1 for Kanich or something, well, actually, if it was C1 for Kanich, that'd be pretty insane, because Kanich, a lot of the times, like, if you can get off that extra couple of, E-skills or whatever, then you're looking good, right? So, yeah, Kanich may be wrong, character to talk about that with. Kanich just, we don't have, like, characters that we can easily do it with. But we'll go ahead and we'll use a different team, more triple Geo-centric team, I guess. Let's just grab that, grab this, go ahead. Goro is now fully done. Okay, so let's go ahead. We got to make sure to do all of them. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we can do a little bit more hits. 20,000 damage. I mean, yeah, that's just not a lot. That just flat out is not a lot. And we were already kind of running out of all of our buffs, because I'm pretty sure that Fiorina, like, if we looked back and rolled back the tape, we would see Fiorina completely like, oh yeah, I'm ready to use my burst. I'm ready. And I mean, her burst duration, or what's her burst cooldown comparatively to the burst duration, right? The cooldown is 15 seconds and the duration is 18 seconds. Okay, so it actually has a full, like, 3-second uptime beyond just her time. Now, it is important to note, certain things like, 15 cooldown and, duration here may seem like, okay, whatever. But I also want to point out that Raiden is a character, perfect example of this. Her cooldown is 18 seconds and her duration is 7 seconds. However, her duration starts like later than the cooldown starts, because the cooldown starts as soon as you hit, your, Q skill, right? So as soon as you hit your Q skill, cooldown starts. And then the duration starts a little bit after that, meaning this 7 seconds isn't really just 7 seconds, right? And, that is something that may occur with Fiorina's burst. I'm not saying it does. I actually do not know. I would say if you're interested in that, go look it up and see if it happens with Fiorina, and then you can come back in the comments and tell me, I think, actually, let's not do this team anymore. I think we've seen very well. Like, this team really only has a couple extra normal attacks that really benefit from it. Not really much, especially considering that, Sinyun is, like, the main buffer on this team, I would say, and it's not really giving a lot of damage, right? I would say, honestly, it's a very disappointing C1 for DPS case scenario, right? However, let's go ahead and let's see what a actual, sort of team is like. It's this. Yeah, weirdly, I mean, we can put another Geo on the team, I guess. Yeah, we could do that. We can have Fiorina here, and we can just have another Geo like Zhongli, or if you wanted Chiori or Albedo, right? I don't know which weapon is better for Xilonen at, with her DPS potential, right? I don't know if it's Peak Patrol Song or Chiori's weapon. I think it was between the two. I don't know, but I don't have, Chiori's weapon at all, so it doesn't matter, all right? Depending on how long I can record tomorrow's video will probably be C2 Xilonen, so make sure to come back and, check it out, because it'll be really fun to see everyone there. All right, so we're going to go with our generic. Let's go ahead with this, and let's pop down Goro. Let's get, give me some orbs. Yep, there you go. All right, pop this first, and then we have this. All right, so 27,000. I mean, it's not good. It's flat out not good. 28,000, 39,000, and we're still kicking. I mean, we're still kicking, we're still going, and now we're done. All right, so I would say probably a better inline rotation. Like, I don't think we were in trouble with any of our buffs running out there. It didn't feel like it. We were hitting pretty strong throughout the entire duration. Never really felt like we were doing poor. So I think now having the extra duration, because the thing is with Xilonen, it's not just like we have extra duration. Oh, no, it is like that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought that her cooldown, man, if her cooldown started the moment you pressed your E skill, that would have been so good. That would have been so good, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just, yeah, it doesn't. That's sad, man. That's really sad. I wish I, yeah. Well, yeah, and then you press E skill and then it's 7 seconds. Wow. That does suck because I was about to say it makes your rotations easier to do or whatever. I forget what I was about to say. I got so bummed out by that. But yeah, I guess, you could stay infinitely maybe, is what I was about to say. Like, just stay infinitely. You can stay on field longer, and especially since we didn't drop any buffs, I think that definitely is a situation of, like, you could end up being very, very strong for that sort of rotation. Now, I don't think that's honestly a great way to go about this. Like, I think her C2 will be a really, really big increase for her because you will always have geo damage bonus plus, the source sample will be active. So Xilonen with her, C2 would then gain, basically a Kazuha on her team, basically. That's how insane this would be. And, we could also replace, like, Zhongli with Kachina and give her 40% damage bonus along with Furina, It would work. It would. Like, if we get another Natlan support character, we can also run Xilonen as, like, this sort of main DPS character. And I don't have max level talents, so we were hitting with our plunges, like, 100,000. I mean, we can still upgrade that and probably get up to 115, I would say. I don't know exactly the number, but I mean, 115,000, probably a pretty good. Oh wait, no, I messed up there. I was looking at the plunge damage. It's a weird thing I always mess up on. Maybe even stronger than 115,000. Yeah, that's I mean, right there, that's maybe it would be only like 115,000. I don't know. We would have to see at crown level, but I don't know if I want to crown her at this point. I might. She is a very good, very, very, very good character. And especially at C2 with getting the 36% res shred plus the geo damage bonus, it's going to be pretty good. I definitely think it's going to be pretty good. And here's my build so far for her. So we have 25 crit rate, 179 crit damage. And then I guess, so what? We have 25 crit rate. We have 65 crit rate. Honestly, not that much. I do think that I probably need more. Her weapon is over here. It's her signature weapon, right? We're all obviously on C1 now. And yeah, that's overall the build that I have for her. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.